the mark.
note took forever to get. So, yeah. Good evening, everyone. How y'all doing tonight?
We should tell the backstory to that.
Oh, my goodness.
Matter of fact, I probably should have Evan call in, and he and I tell the backstory to that note.
Evan's like,
right there,
oh,
like,
yeah. That took forever to get, okay? And that's when you know you have a really good producer. So Evan obviously was the producer of the album. And so a good producer doesn't let you just do it in one take or two takes. They actually really try to get out of you what they're looking for, the sound they're looking for, the note they need. Sometimes you're flat, you're sharp. I mean, all those different things. Sometimes you don't give it enough energy. Sometimes you don't breathe the right way. Sometimes when you're doing a part, you go too low or you go too high, or you're like me, have trouble finding it, period. But anyway, recorded that song. So here's the funny thing about the Christmas album. I went on vacation, came home, and Pastor Evan's like, hey, I think, hey, I need for you to record some stuff for me today. Just it was in his office, and it was joy to the world. And we sing joy, joy. That's on the album. And I was like, oh, okay, no problem. Like,
that's this one.
This one. Yeah, that song. And so I was like, oh, no problem. I was like, this is great. No big deal. I could probably tell you what I was wearing that day because I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, And so I just start singing it. And casually, I just asked him, because I'd been on vacation for 2 weeks. And I just said, hey, so are we recording stuff for You Shine? Is this for You Shine? Because I had no clue. And he's like, well, no, not really. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I just finished recording. I had to leave out. I had to go somewhere. So then, he's like, no, we're going to do like a little Christmas EP. I've been asked to do that. And I was like, okay, awesome. Great. Had no idea that the little parts I recorded for Joy to the World were for the album. Then I got to record in the closet. The tiny closet that had bookshelf in it, that had T-shirts on this side, and I don't even know what else on this side. And I got so hot.
Oh, you're going to tell the story.
Oh, no. I just got hot in the closet. Like, it was warm in there. I text him, and I'm like, babe, I can't breathe. Like, I can't breathe.
She's like, oh, my God, I'm dying.
I'm like, I think I have the COVID or something. Like, I cannot breathe in this room. So anyway, got it figured out.
So I go up there, and now Evan's outside. If you've never been up in the worship arts area.
You were such a blessing.
The worship arts area is very, very, it's modern and rustic, I guess is the term. But Evan's outside, and he's got all his recording equipment set up. And there's cords running underneath the door.
We're blurry in and out. Are we?
Into the.
Go ahead. You keep talking.
Oh, sorry. But all these cords are running, and then next thing I know, the closet door opens, and out flies some shoes. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? And he's like, she does this every time. So the next thing you know, out comes her sweatshirt. And I'm like, what is going on? She's like, I'm so hot. She's texting us. I'm outside the door, and I'm like, okay, this is quite interesting.
Yeah. It was definitely an interesting recording experience. But most people don't know, I have a couple albums out prior, and Pastor Evan has done a lot of recording too as well. So Pastor Evan has an album out. So, like it's just,
What does that have to do with you throwing your shoes out?
You do what you have to do when you record.
I'm sure.
Everybody has their quirks.
I'm sure you didn't do that at Gaither Studio.
No.
Okay.
No,
I'm almost
In fact,
positive.
I stood in Gaither Studio like scared to move. Okay. Just saying.
No, there is no video of it. No video. No.
Yeah, no.
No video. But the only person who can tell Melissa what to do is Evan. And I
This
said,
is what he says all the time.
and
He's
I
like, I'm the person
said,
that can ever tell you what to do.
I don't think you hit that note right. What do you know? I'm like, well, okay. I'm just gonna go.
Casey's right. I'm so used to being cold that I don't know what to do when I get hot. I am always cold, always. If I am hot,
No, not today.
yeah, I started to say, when will those albums? They're actually already there, Joyce.
They're in the bookstore. You can actually
Yep.
call in and purchase one, and they'll bring it out to you underneath the portico.
Yeah.
We
And-
can't run the air conditioning, otherwise the mic will pick it up. So we have a lot of stories about right in the middle of a good moment.
Change the subject.
Yeah, no, we're not going to change the subject. And like Easter, we're outside in the courtyard, and I mean, I preached my whole sermon, doing it by memory, just laying it out there, and a motorcycle goes by with his no mufflers, and
Yeah.
and we're like, and here's Evan. I think you're going to have to redo that. I'm like, no, I'm not.
I have to figure out how to separate that sound
I
out.
think you're going to have to do that. So but I did go back out and have to redo the ending. Then there have been times that
Harold's right.
we'll be up in Pastor Evan's office, and you wouldn't even think about it. Like, you're inside, there's brick wall around us, walls and everything else, and you can hear somebody come right below the office, slam their car door. Like, well, got to start that over again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, the day that we recorded, I think it was Oh Holy Night. Maybe it was Angels We Have Heard. I don't know. It was one of those two songs, because those are the two songs I'm really. Well, no, maybe it was. I don't even know. I can't even remember now. But it was one of the songs. They were paving the parking.
Yeah.
Well, they were paving the parking lot, and literally, like,
They would turn that roller on.
yeah, they would turn the roller on, and it was like, and I would literally like go to start singing, because we had said, okay, Pastor Evan's like, okay, I'm hitting record, we're going. And then that would happen, and it would be like, yeah, what's the point? We have to wait. But you know what? Progress outside, progress inside. So, can't really get upset about
it's
that.
just the nature of what you go through, and nothing's perfect, and you figure it out.
That's right.
We
You
kind of roll with
absolutely
it. Now, there are times that it's frustrating. Yeah.
That's exactly what we were just talking about.
Yeah, there it is. I mean, just,
That thing was like literally the bookshelf that I was like standing right beside praying that didn't follow me was like this, like da 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 da. And I was like,
when we recorded Evan and I were recording my Easter sermon for the radio broadcast for, I want to see Pastor Evan just try to record something and something random interrupts. And poor Harold. Harold's office. So Harold's office is next to Pastor Evan's office, and then Ashley is outside in her little cubicle area. And we've been looking at even better noise silencing headphones for Harold because of Evan. Because Evan's, I think the skin peels off of his face when he's going. And then what did I get today, Harold? I got an email request from Pastor Evan for more speakers. So, more speakers.
Number one, I'll just say this. Number one, I'm very thankful for Harold and Pastor Evan and Ashley and all them. But be on the lookout for next year, because our goal, we have a lofty goal with worship. And so we're going to hit it. It's a lofty goal, but we're going to hit it. And we're excited about it. So just pray for our worship arts team. There's writing sessions that are happening. We're writing our own stuff. So you guys are just going to get some wonderful, wonderful things this coming year. And I couldn't be happier about it. So we're really ramping up that recording side. And
well, as a matter of fact, Evan and I going to the studio this week. We have a little project going.
Yeah. So see, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's just so many good things. I know this year.
No, I'm not singing.
Well, and last night we talked about what have you surrendered this year, and there were some things that were surrendered in the way of best laid plans.
Yeah.
And I think next year we're just surrendering and saying, you know what, God, this doesn't look like what we thought it would look like, and these circumstances don't seem ideal. But you still have purpose in this moment. You still have a plan for this time. You still have given us dreams and visions. And, I just think it's awesome that we're just, maybe it doesn't look like what we thought it was going to look like, but man, is it still good? And you just have to get to that point. When you surrender to God, sometimes it doesn't look like what you think it's going to look like. Doesn't mean it's not good. Just means it looks
No,
different.
I'm not singing. We have something he and I have talked about for like 2 years, and we have some time.
This is hilarious. Did you put up Harold's comment? I lose the loudest music where every time. Like you were in there the other day going, Harold, I think maybe we could get some noise canceling, the ones that kind of like go over your ear. And we're not in the office right now, so
yeah. So that was
that is
Harold
different.
just said, well, it'd be one thing if I didn't have to hear the same word for an hour. So it was just, I was doing a video, so I'm doing some video editing for YouShine for Harold, and making a video for him. And I got really, I'm not really an emotional person, and I started crying.
Yeah, but you can't show that video.
No, I can't show the video, but I started crying during the video. And then today I sent it to Evan and them, and Evan listened to it and sent it back, and I made a change to it. And I'm like, I just got to crying again. I'm like, what is wrong with me? But I think there's a really, when things are sacrificed, there's a deep appreciation for those things that live.
Whoa, that's a good word.
And,
somebody should put that in their comments.
So
that is a good word.
Not being able to do certain things this year, and you go back and you see all the work and the effort and all the other things that go into something happening, and I get a unique perspective of everything. I get to see more than anybody else in the building. I get to see the efforts, the labors. I get to hear the frustrations, the fears, the anxieties, the stress of the staff.
Absolutely.
And then to see that come to fruition, when they're stressed out or I need this and I don't have this, or how do we make this work? How do we keep it within the budget? All of those things that go into it. And then when you see something really come to life, and you get to see the smile on people's faces, or you get to see the tears of joy, whatever the end result is of that.
Amen.
And you get to see that, and you get to bask in that a moment. And most often, especially as the staff, we don't get to do that in the moment.
No.
Like, we don't get to do it at the moment. Like, I can remember we did, it was like a family fun day. And, we had, I don't even remember what the food was. And I was just walking across the parking lot, finally after the 1 o'clock service. I was going out there. I think Lori had saved me some food. And I just stopped to thank a couple for coming. And 2 hours later, and the staff was all still sitting in the pavilion waiting on me. And I stood out there in the parking lot, and you remember the couple, and they've become a dear part of our church, but it was their first time.
Dear part of our church.
It was their first time that they had ever come to our church, and they had just suffered this just unspeakable tragedy in their life, and they were just desperate just to listen. And I stood out in the parking lot, and no one on the staff got upset. Nobody got worked up. Hey, we're waiting on Pastor to eat, or whatever it would be. And but the moment, those moments, you'll never forget them. And those are the moments, like, there was a sacrifice involved for everybody. But out of that, some amazing things came. There's this wonderful couple in our church, all the ministry opportunities that have happened because of just that little pause in the parking lot. And you just get those moments that are there. And YouShine every year has probably been, YouShine and Vacation Bible School are probably the two biggest sacrifices we do as a church. I mean, there's just tons of work that go into it. And it used to be, we would literally rip down the whole church and turn it around in about 30 hours. New sets, new stages, new lights, snow machines up. I mean, everything that goes into making YouShine happen. And then, watching the people come in. And it's just those great experiences. Easter weekend's another big one. But Vacation Bible School and YouShine, by far the most labor-intensive things that we do.
Amen.
So, just a little perspective of what we do. Just got in from the gym. I wish I could. Which gym are you going to? You see it?
Yeah.
Oh. So,
yeah.
I rambled.
That's what we do. It's live at 9.
YouShine, not in home.
Yeah, because he said, YouShine, this is going to be an amazing experience for the whole family. You guys don't want to miss YouShine this year. December 18th. Yeah. It's all virtual, but I'm going to tell you this much. Don't miss the pre-service at 6:30. You'll miss the moment that Pastor Jason was just talking about. So the whole night is going to be an awesome time for the family. There's new things, there's old things, there's reminiscing. It's our 10th anniversary. We're going to celebrate the highs, and we're, hopefully next year we can have you shine.
That's our plan.
Kind of the way that we're used to having it. We'll see. We shall see. So
you'll want to tune in. I mean, it starts at 7, but you want to tune in at 6:30. Where are we going? I mean, there's just going to be a lot of stuff happening between 6:30 and 7, and then we get into the kind of the broadcast and of it, and it's going to be really, really cool. Lots of work going into it. There's still a ton of work going into it. It's just now all,
Yeah. Terry's like, I'm missing you shine planning. Well, Terry headed up our outside experience, did an amazing job, got all the decor, figured out the food, and Andrea was on her team. I mean, they just they had their own team of workers and helped make sure that Santa Claus's area was set up, and the village, and just so many things that happened. And Terry, I miss planning that with you. I miss celebrating those moments with you. It was always neat. We started getting earlier and earlier and ordering and figuring out our theme and figuring out our direction. And I missed that element this year, Terry. I really did. I did. I missed you, friend. I do.
Trista said her first Easter was when I brought the donkey on the stage.
Oh, so let's talk about that donkey. Because that donkey, we had just put down new carpet.
I was say, you can still see the remnants.
And that donkey, put its feet down, was like, I'm not moving. So and skid marks are in the carpet from the donkey.
So at the 9 o'clock, the donkey did great, right?
Yeah.
He walked up, because we had a rehearsal with the donkey on Saturday. Now, I don't know which one was the donkey, me or the donkey. But we had a rehearsal. And it went up, no problem. It went up the stage, walked right up, stood there. I went through the rehearsal. 9 o'clock service, donkey doesn't want to go up. Doesn't want to go up the stage at all. Because now we have lights on. We didn't have the lights on, during rehearsal. And so the donkey just froze. So Morgan, and there are pictures of my daughter Morgan, she's all dressed up for Easter. She's feeding this donkey, trying to coax the donkey up the stage. So 9 o'clock he did fine. Comes down, and he kind of jumps off the stage at the 9 o'clock and goes down. The 11 o'clock service, that donkey would not go up that stage. He's like, I've done this twice for this dude. I'm not doing it 3 times. I did a rehearsal. I was good at the 9 o'clock. Boom. So they literally shoved the donkey up on the stage. Then coming back down, and Aaron and Tina Porter were sitting on the front row, and I'm standing, and I see him. I'm like, oh, this donkey's going to jump all over them. And sure enough, he kind of jumps off the stage again, almost into their laps. They knocked the donkey up into the wall, and that donkey just locked its legs up, and they shoved that donkey all the way down that road. And you can see these little burn singes right down the carpet where that donkey just went, no, I'm not going.
But how many times have we done that in our spiritual life? I'm not moving, God. You can't make me do anything. And we
it's just, so it was, So if you look and the lights are on, and you look down the aisle, not on the side of the baptism, but on the other side, you can see the remnants of the donkey.
Yeah. So, Miss I know you were going down, because he likes to scroll down to the newest comments just to see what's going on. But Shanda says her family's coming in from New Jersey. They're going to quarantine, but she can't wait for them to experience on-site. Hopefully they'll join you for You Shine. Maybe you'll have a family viewing night that night together and experience what You Shine is, so that they'll be prepared for next year.
Yeah. I mean, let me make a suggestion to you. You want to put it on the TV, and you're going to want to get some good speakers, right?
It's going to be good.
Especially if they do Carol the Bells.
Yeah. Evan says next year pyro.
Yeah, he's.
You know what? I don't know. We may be able to have that.
We can't do pyro in the current building because of the ceiling.
Yeah.
So.
I love what Jennifer said, because this is so true. The best part of VBS, obviously the kids, but it's also about making those relationships, forging friendships with people that we don't normally get to do life with. So that's what's awesome about VBS. Probably, I'm with you, Jennifer. I love the kids. Don't get me wrong. But I love going and seeing all the new volunteers and seeing the new friendships and all that good stuff. Hey, Melissa Elston, so good to see you, girl. Hope y'all are doing well. Harold says there's lots of surprises, so I know that's right. I know a couple of the giveaways, so yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be back. It's not, it's just going to be a pandemic hiatus, and it's going to be back in full force, on site. It will be over the top, as always, and so...
This comment made me super excited. Oh my gosh. We love
So-
the Moore family, and I'm telling you what, you guys are going to love You Shine. You guys are going to be
Now,
you're just going to get to make so many new friends. It's going to be amazing. I just love it.
now with the new parking lot and the amphitheater, I think we should revisit the toboggan run.
Oh.
So we tried this.
Yes.
We tried it. There's a
company out of Atlanta.
A company out of Atlanta. I mean, it's very expensive, but they have to have a hard surface for it, and they literally they make snow, and it's a toboggan run, and you can, go up to the top of the hill and sled down the toboggan run. And if my memory's right, it's like 45 mile an hour. It's not 60 because that's Pokagon.
No, it's awesome. It's so much fun.
And they will do it during the summer.
Snow, so
and they'll
it's
do
great.
it during the summer too. But we wanted to do it for You Shine because it's, but we didn't have enough hard surface before. But now.
Well, I'm thinking maybe an outdoor candlelight service with the amphitheater.
Your little lights are flickering. No, I'm shivering.
My little lights are twinkling.
The one year where it was like 15 degrees.
Oh, yes.
Whew.
Yes. I agree with Megan. My mama does the best with You Shine, her and Andrea. I wholeheartedly agree with that. They do amazing.
Yeah.
You know what? I miss you, Terry. I really do. I miss all my people.
Yeah, so you're going to, the first virtual You Shine for everybody. Then next year, guess what? 2021, everybody's on the same page. Like, we're all going to be, I think, because there's going to be such excitement in the air.
Yes.
And more than likely,
yes,
we'll be in the new building.
Yes.
More than likely.
Jesus'
But we've
name.
lost some time due to this nonsense that we've dealt with.
Justin says, at least the donkey didn't turn around and start talking.
Yeah. Well, there was one donkey on the stage talking.
Oh, bless
So the whole
him,
point of that
Lord.
sermon, I mean, everybody remembers the donkey. The point of the sermon is that the gospel rides on a donkey. Right? The lamb
And God
rides,
can use a
the
donkey.
clean rides on the unclean. Because
Yeah.
a donkey is considered an unclean animal, and Jesus rode in on the donkey. That was the point of the sermon.
Yeah.
Oh, so food?
Oh, thank you, Shanda. I do not know if that song is making an appearance this year. I have no
don't know.
idea, but it is on YouTube, so you can go check that out. My daughter chose The House That Built Me. If you haven't had an opportunity, I preached that message, oh my goodness, I think 2012 for Mother's Day, and 2011, 2012. So you can go back and watch that message. It's all about Jochebed and the houses that built me. And I talk about the houses, the actual houses that I lived in growing up, but I also talk about the church house and how the church house is actually what built me. And so my daughter loved that message and loved that song, so she wanted to sing that. And she's like, I don't know how to make this Christmassy. And I was like, well, we can add I'll Be Home for Christmas, which is my mom's most hated Christmas song. My mom hates I'll Be Home for Christmas. I didn't understand why my mom hated it, except my mom's brother moved away when he was young. He joined the Navy, and he wasn't home. They didn't know where he was for several years. They didn't know where my uncle was. And my mom would always get upset at Christmas time that she didn't get to see her brother for several years. And so she doesn't like that song, I'll Be Home for Christmas, because it brought up painful that her brother wasn't home. They didn't know where he was. And now she knows where he's at. Everything's well. All is good. She still doesn't like that song, though, so I don't know. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And I will be home for Christmas this year.
Yeah.
I will be right here. Right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
This is where I'll be for Christmas.
Been a while.
Been a while, but this is where I will be.
There are videos. I don't know if they're on YouTube or not, but there are videos of the donkey. We have a video of every service since I've been pastor. Some of them aren't that great, but they're video.
Yeah.
Two
Ice
words.
skating.
We looked into that.
We looked into that, Jennifer. Woo.
Christy Yamaguchi's dad.
Yeah.
Does that get their first name right?
I think that's right.
Yamaguchi
I
was
don't know.
her dad created a ice skating rink indoor.
Well, they actually had
Walker's Bluff
Walker's
had it.
Bluff had it,
And
yeah.
we looked into it. We went out and did it, and we're like, this is too difficult. And
there is that issue right there. The signed waivers. And even for the toboggan, there's signed waivers. You know how that goes. So
just lots of cool things.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, let's go. Let's do the toboggan run.
yes, yeah.
Still totally want the back to Bethlehem, but it would take a couple years and a lot of acreage.
Yeah, that would be amazing. If you've never been to Bethlehem, that is the one town that I do remember going to. And like the place that we went in that had the stars in the ceiling in the rock. And it was beautiful.
So for everybody who wants the toboggan run, let's put it this way: that decision alone would double the budget for you, Shine.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
how expensive it is. But
Oh.
I'm like, but Melissa,
Yeah.
that is a once in a lifetime. And the problem is when you do it, you want to keep it there every year because people come to have an expectation. It's like the Ferris wheels and
Yeah.
all those things. we've
Carries,
added.
rides, everything.
And so every year the budget is grown because if we brought something in, we always wanted to keep it. We were adding something every year. So we're like, okay, every year,
Well, we bought funnel cakes
my goodness, that much money for a toboggan run every year.
That adds up.
Yeah.
So, Melissa agrees with me though. Outdoor candlelight would be so pretty. Wouldn't that just be so family? Like just being outside, having our own Christmas tree on the property. I mean, I could really go with this. Like most people don't realize, but I was chairperson of the Winterfest committee back home. Oh my gosh, many years ago, back when I lived back home. But I love Christmas events. I think they're awesome. I think they're amazing. And we had a community Christmas tree. That was one of the things we added, and it was just awesome. So wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
Just saying. All right.
Jennifer said it was an emotional message for her.
You know what? The house that built me. I heard that song going down the road one day. Miranda Lambert obviously sings that. It's a country song. And you know how I like artists. I like to listen to artists, especially if they're female, that I can sing what they put out. I like to sing. I like to be able to sing it in the car. And one day I was just going down the road and the house that built me came on, and they say you can't go home again. And I thought, wow, this is a really pretty song, pretty melody and all that. Then I was like, the words just hit me. I started crying in the car, thinking about, how many times do we want to just be able to go home? And home looks different. I mean, the home that I was raised in for a good portion of my life, my mom and dad haven't lived there for years, and we just want to be able to go home. And it's very rare in this day and age for people to live in the same house. When you think about that song was just, I buried my dog in the backyard. I did my homework upstairs. You think about the homes that have the lines on the door, doorways and stuff where you track.
If we would have done that, my mom would have smacked us.
Yeah, but I mean, like very rarely. I mean, you're one that you can actually say, I spent my entire childhood that I can remember
in the same house.
In the same house. I didn't have that. We lived in. I can definitely remember us living in 3 places when I was a kid. And so, you just don't see that anymore.
Right.
And so that house that song really got me because the one place that I felt like was always home was in the house of God, in the presence of God. And so that's where that message was birthed out of. So anyway, yeah. Craig's are here. Can't wait till you shine. Woohoo!
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
Evan and I have been working on this, a new annual event. Anything Evan and I work on is usually expensive.
There we go.
Oh.
Johnny and Evan rocked it. Hey, Danny Perry, thanks for chiming in. And
Good
you
to see
are
you.
so right. You are
This
so
will be
right.
our first year that our oldest son will not be home for Christmas. Yeah.
Fortunately, we were able to visit. That's right. See, I love that.
Annoying Christmas mall songs. All right. There's a good one. What is the most annoying Christmas mall song for you?
Oh, the most annoying mall Christmas song?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Only time I rode a toboggan. Okay, well, there goes the toboggan run. Ow!
Yeah, see, there we go. There we
My
go.
favorite is Oh Holy Night. Okay.
Okay, I love...
Pastor Mike will take a pay cut for it. His kids won't eat for a week.
That was my grandmother's dream. Yes. The small scale one we did for Worship Center kids. Yes, they did do that. They did do that in worship.
I'm still waiting for fireworks at You Shine.
Oh my goodness.
So now you're starting
Tough Mudder.
Now you're starting to see
Yeah.
the staff's creativity, like what comes up in USHI meetings, like we need to have a $50,000 fireworks show. I'm
Oh,
like,
my
but we have to
goodness.
do that now for 3 nights.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's 150,000 right there.
So Pastor Michael wants a "You Shine Tough" mutter. I don't know. I don't know. Joyce is voting for the outdoor candlelight
Yeah.
service. I'm loving this.
I'm not sure what the no is, but and the yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that may be the mutter.
Yeah.
And I think that's the mutter.
Oh yeah.
What's a tough mutter? It's a race. Maybe somebody that can.
I
answer
start saying
that, but
somebody else maybe can explain this better.
Can
I
we
just know it's
rent-
a race.
Can we rent reindeer? I want the one that goes up to the Mercedes and his nose turns red. Just want the
There we
Mercedes.
go. Yeah.
I can volunteer as a hurdle.
Uh,
I want a toboggan run. Just
Don't
to
let-
let Joyce know. With his record on bicycles, yeah, there's the
that's awesome.
go home
Yeah.
every day.
See, that's Megan is like, yeah. I just that's awesome.
See you, Lori.
Um,
Candlelight service,
night.
fake snow, hint, hint. Melissa's singing, Where Are You? A Girl Can Only Wish.
Christmas?
We had this planned,
Yes.
but it was, they were sleigh rides, and David Arnold was going to do them for us, and it was so cold that year we couldn't get it there.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Yep. The house that
Listen.
built you. That's
My
right.
sister makes me sing that song with her and her band anytime they're in town doing a show. We love doing it together.
It's a great song. It really is. I
You
just
need a
love
reindeer?
it.
You have a reindeer?
Ah, look at that, Don.
Reindeer rides.
Reindeer rides.
It's going to be good. Hey, and Kathy, thank you and your husband for sponsoring Love Goes.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Glenn and I have lived in 23 places. Home is
See,
wherever God has sent
and that's
us.
what I'm saying. Like, everyone has a different story. Not everyone is able to be in the same house. And I
Right.
totally get that and respect that and understand that. And so I guess for me, that's why that song held such significance, because I lived in different places too. And the house that built me was the house of God. So just love that.
Here's the annoying
Grandma
Christmas
got
song.
ran over by a reindeer.
Jingle bells.
Jingle bells.
Jingle bell.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Mm-mm-mm.
You want to do this one?
Melekaliki-maka is the thing to say.
Here's this one.
Oh, Santa baby. I really don't know much else
Jingle
of that song,
bells.
but it's a cool song.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Yeah. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. And all I want for Christmas is
All
you,
I
Grandma.
want for Christmas is you.
Elvis Blue Christmas.
So if you don't know anything about me, Mariah Carey's first Christmas CD is my favorite.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is Linda's favorite song. Chicken and rice, I'll donate the chicken.
Mine's Jingle Bell Rock. How? Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle
Here's a
bell rock.
beautiful thing. We don't have to go to the mall this year. The dogs barking jingle bells.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Candlelight. We can do
Yeah.
the bungee shotgun sling thing. Then we can pray with all the people who scream.
Feed the camels.
The chipmunk
Chipmunk.
Christmas song.
Oh, no. I love the Chipmunks. I was raised on Alvin and the Chipmunks. Christmas, Christmas time is here.
Last
Okay.
Christmas, I gave you my heart, so I can't stand that
Last
one.
Christmas, I gave you my heart, and the very next day, you gave it away.
You could always put red lipstick on a reindeer's nose.
There we go.
I'm going to miss the candy store, yeah.
Yes, and serving
Yeah.
the kiddos the cookie decorating.
Every Christmas song. Oh, wow! Grinch!
No!
He's the Grinch.
No! So this
This
is
is
Christmas, and what have we?
That's a
I
John
love
Lennon
Celine
song.
Dion.
Isn't that John
yeah,
Lennon?
Celine Dion sings that song too. I love Celine Dion's Christmas album as well, but Mariah Carey's, I don't know, it just hit me right. Like the first one, not the second one. The first
When that Mariah Carey CD came out, I had worked at Walmart and had to stand outside the garden center in the cold and blast that stupid CD on
CD.
repeat.
I love that CD though. Like I was in Bible college. I love that CD.
I was doing a good Elvis.
have a balloon.
Oh, Christmas without you. All right, the 12 days after Christmas.
Oh, I haven't heard that one. We'll have to find it out.
Oh, funny.
The Charlie Brown Christmas soundtrack. I can't handle Tennessee Christmas, but
I
I
do
do
that.
love Tennessee.
I love the chickens doing
Another
Heart.
Tennessee
Hear the bells.
Christmas. Is that the right one? Yeah.
Fed a camel and a goat.
Oh, awesome.
So the other story about the donkey is we took the donkey outside and it was in a little feeding cage. And the kid went up to it and bit the kid.
My gosh.
So we remember the year we tried to have a petting.
Yeah.
A
That
petting
didn't
zoo?
work out at all. That did not work out at all.
That was a stirring conversation with that company.
Yeah, that did not happen at all.
we
But
paid them.
after the donkey, maybe it was kind of a God
We
thing.
paid
You
them and
never
they
know.
didn't show up.
Yeah, they had some issues. They had some problems.
A
with
stirring
They had
conversation.
some problems with their animals. We're going to leave it at that.
I have been
Yeah.
listening to Kenny Rogers' Mary Did You Know?
Boy, where did that come from?
People talk about their favorite songs. I should be able to say my favorite songs. And they never get sung in church.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say it. We're SIWC's Christmas CD, like my favorite CD. Right after that, Mariah Carey Christmas CD, and then right after that, Celine Dion, and then right after that, Maverick City Christmas. I just like it. It's worshipful.
All right, so I'm not a fan of the Maverick City Christmas.
He's not, and I don't understand it, but I am. But SIWC first, guys. Twice a Holy Night, you got to get it. So
Yeah, so my
yeah.
girl's been dancing every day to the Christmas album. Yeah.
See, I
it's
love
good.
that. I absolutely love that. So.
If
Glee's version. Pentatonics, is that right? Is that how you say it? Pentatonics. I love Pentatonics Christmas stuff too. It's really neat what they do. I mean, that's not what you hear like every day. So I just love that. Kelly Clarkson has a pretty good Christmas CD. Oh, if we really want to get it, how did I even forget this? Oh my goodness. Kirk Franklin's Christmas CD. I have Kirk Franklin's, Yolanda Adams, Fred Hammond's. I mean, I've got everybody's Christmas CD, I think, somewhere. It's like in a big old binder. I mean, I probably have 85 to 100 Christmas CDs. But Kirk Franklin's, Now Behold the Lamb. Just saying. Awesome.
Go ahead, I'm working on something.
So, the precious Lamb of God. Yeah. So I love that. Silver and gold. So anyway, Pentatonics, the Carpenters Christmas album is the best. Hey, Kelly Golis, good to see you tonight. My dad loves the Carpenters Christmas CD. He says it's awesome. Baby, it's cold outside. I really can't stay. Yep. That's really all I really remember of that song. Isn't that just, baby, it's cold outside. Kirk's is the best. Yes. I'm telling you, Kirk Franklin is awesome. Love anything Kirk Franklin. Listen, guys, Kirk Franklin, I will constantly blast this. He sang to me one night at a concert. I'll never forget it. My husband bought me tickets and got me backstage, or before, not backstage,
Yeah,
but
we
we got VIP and got to meet him and stuff. He actually signed one of his pictures, and his CD got me through. Is it Revolution? Is that the CD?
Do you want a revolution?
No, yeah, it's something about the name Jesus is on there, but Hold Me Now is like one of my favorite songs. And I talked about this on Live at 9 before, but one of my favorite songs, and he actually sang it that night and like stood up and like looked for me, didn't he? It's like, yeah.
Looked right at
I
you
was
and
like,
sang
ah, yes, Jesus. So it was amazing. Okay, let's see. The Preacher's Wife soundtrack. Well, hello, yeah. That's amazing. Joy, God's great joy. Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Okay, so like you guys are going like, can you go back up like a little bit? Let's see. Michael Bublé Christmas. Yes, that is a great one. Trans-Siberian Orchestra in St. Louis. That is an awesome Christmas show. I think my mom and dad have seen that like so many times. They used to come to Fort Wayne, Indiana. And my mom and dad would go see them. They absolutely love that. Kirk Franklin. You just can't get any, I mean,
Now,
he's
we
the
did
GOAT. Greatest of all time.
We did a Kirk Franklin song in 2011 at U Shine. That was the dance that the Worship Center kids did.
Yes, they did. Pam McCain led that out with them. Let's see. For a good laugh, Google Straight No Chasers Christmas music. Oh, they're fantastic. Straight No Chasers is awesome. They do 12 Days of Christmas, and by the time they get done, I'm so confused. I don't even know what day of the week it is or what day of Christmas it is, but that is a really good one. They've been on several national TV shows, like taking it on the road. They're great. Merry Christmas with the Family, Dixie Chicks and Rosie O'Donnell. I'm not said that. I'm not seen that one. Not heard that one. I might have just found something I need to watch. Carrie Underwood's Christmas album on the other day. Yeah, that's a good album too. There's a lot of good ones.
Michael Bublé, Tori Kelly.
Can the girl sing or what? Can the girl sing or what? The album that she did with Kirk Franklin, my favorite Tori Kelly album. Actually, it's just my favorite one.
Did you stomp when you met him?
Oh, that's so funny. Because You Loved Me. Kevin actually sang that at a wedding. I think I may have sang that at 2 weddings.
Is that the wedding where the crowd stood up and was literally looking around for Celine Dion? Is that we went to the wedding reception? People like when we thought that was like a soundtrack, and then we saw this woman with this microphone up, and we thought it was Celine Dion. I'm like,
yeah,
that's my girl.
That was back when I could hit some of those high notes. Not really now. Oh, Harry Connick Jr. Oh, his Christmas album is good too.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Look at Frosty go. Right? Isn't that the right one?
That's
yes. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
We had a lot of fun doing that in police officer karaoke.
Will do.
You might see that at U Shine.
I like that.
Michael does.
Yeah, she is a great singer. She is honestly, that is natural.
We got to see the Rockettes last year.
We did.
It was cool.
Christmas
That was
Day.
my Christmas present to my family.
The 1 o'clock show. It was amazing. Totally. Listen, they tell the story of Jesus' birth in that show. Like, it is an amazing show. Like, it is not. It is more than just. I've always seen the Rockettes on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, so I actually thought that's what the whole show was. No, there is way more. There's acting in that. It is an amazing, incredible show.
It exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, I hate that it's not showing, but if you go on my memory tree, we have a Rockettes ornament. That's a memory.
And we did that on Christmas Day.
Yes.
Yeah, we were there on Christmas Day.
It was amazing.
Great seats and.
Yes. Absolutely amazing.
Let's see. Classic.
Frosty the Snowman. Yeah.
Lady
A's
version.
All I want for Christmas.
Anywhere heard Carrie Underwood? What a Glorious Night.
Oh, what a glorious night.
Evan
Sidewalk Prophets, right, Danny? Yeah.
The Muppets version of the 12 Days of Christmas.
Never heard it, but I need to check that out.
One of the really good Christmas albums was Sidewalk Prophets.
Oh, yes.
We actually did Hey Moon off of that, one of theirs.
That was a good. That
the Rockettes
was
are the
fun
best.
Song.
Yeah.
New York at Christmas, it's awesome, but not a lot. You have Saks Fifth Avenue does something, and Cartier. There's a giant menorah right outside of Central Park. There's the Columbus Circle shops. I wonder if they're up. There's all these different little shops and stuff. Actually got a really cool gift last year. It's a garlic, like you can grate ginger on it and garlic on it and butter, and it's so cool. And that came from Columbus Circle. Got some great skin lotion and facial cream from the Columbus Circle shops. So, I mean, what's neat about New York City at Christmas, is that there's just so many different traditions there.
Oh, yeah.
So many different things to see and to experience and enjoy. Bryant Park. And, I know this year would probably be really different. I'm kind of glad I'm not there.
We go to the ice skating rinks, but we've never went ice skating.
I'm kind of glad I'm not there this year, although I'm sure there's like super cool things happening this year that they've made work. Like they've figured out how to make it work during the pandemic. So yeah. And there's always places to see. Listen, you could spend like a whole week in each borough and not see everything that there is to see and not experience.
We still haven't gotten to the borough I wanted to go to.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. It's,
Which is?
I don't know.
I wanted to take the Staten Island ferry.
Oh, yeah. Staten Island. Yeah. There's just some really cool things. I mean, there's ice skating right near the 9/11.
SIWC has a really good Christmas album.
Yes, they do. That's what I said. It's my favorite.
My favorite singers are on there.
Yeah. George Michael, Last Christmas. Ooh, George Michael. Let's see, Aaron Neville. That's the name I haven't heard.
Aaron Neville's got a sweet voice.
Yeah, a sweet voice. Home Alone 2, like a 10. And that's as close as I'm getting to NYC right now. I don't think they have. There's a lot. Watch all those Christmas movies. Watch all those New York movies, and then when you go, you're like, oh wow, this is where this is at.
One of the biggest misconceptions about New York, and it may be different today than what it was, but every time we have went, like you see in movies and stuff, you see all the crime and all those things. I never felt unsafe in New York City.
No.
Ever.
No, I loved it.
I don't like Chicago for that, but New York City, man, I walk downtown I walk the streets any time of the night with my family.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I love New York. I love it. I think it's great. Let me see. I'm that guy that hangs onto the side of the wall the whole time while ice skating. That's hilarious.
I think
Michael.
I've seen that
is an
dance.
image. Yeah.
Burl Ives.
Let's see. Is it on iTunes? Yes. The SIWC album is on iTunes. It's on Spotify. It's on so many different places.
It's on Amazon.
Check it out.
It's on
Check it
TikTok.
out.
It's
Sing a plug, Melissa. Sing a plug. Let's see. Angels we have heard. Sorry, I don't need to sing a plug. We actually got this one. Woo! This album.
listen to that guitar.
That's right. Angels we have heard. A long time for him to get that too.
There you go.
Yeah.
That did that just so that she didn't hit
Daily
that part in my
Center
ear.
in Chicago is best for ice skating outside. We'll have to check that out. I've been to the Christmas shop in downtown Chicago. I forget what it was called, and it was really neat. It was really awesome. It kind of reminded me of New York City. So it was cool. It was super cool.
You're the best ice skater ever, Michael. Like Olympic quality.
That's awesome. Burl Ives. You know what? How many of you love like Bing Crosby and all of?
Hey, I sang a Bing Crosby song for you, Shane. I did it and did not miss a part.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. We're gonna go with that.
Is that not true?
I think the correct words would be I lip synced.
Oh.
Johnny Mathis, Oh Holy Night. There we go. My nephew Aiden took a stroll in Central Park today for the last time before he leaves to come here. He did say New York is home and he will be back. You know what? I think New York just holds a special place. Like, I don't know. I love Chicago too. I haven't spent nearly the time in Chicago going to all the different places, and I'm sure there was so many cool things I missed. But New York has my heart.
I sounded just like him. I had the whistle
goodness.
down, everything. Love Bing's voice.
Oh my word.
Thank you, Allegra.
Oh, that is just.
Yes, on
Oh
Michigan
Holy
Avenue.
Night. Oh Holy Night is my favorite Christmas song. It's probably one of mine too. I love that song. It's beautiful. Nat King Cole. Oh my goodness, yes.
But
yes.
I can't listen to Nat King Cole. I can't do it right now.
And your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I love Nat King Cole. I think, okay, so I have this, comfortable there?
Marlo's on that side tonight.
And Marlo's not feeling well, so you guys might want to pray for her. Okay, so one of my, this is my Spotify, and one of my favorite playlists that I created, my favorite song by Nat King Cole is 3 Little Words.
Mm-hmm.
Da, 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 da. I love you. Ba-dum-bum. Yep. Check it out if you haven't checked it out. Nat King Cole is one of my favorite songs. 3 Little Words.
Mary, did you know?
Yes, Mary, did you know?
Baby
yeah.
boy.
Let's see. I've seen White Christmas.
Natalie Cole.
I've seen that.
Robert Goulet. These are a few of my favorite things.
These are a few of my favorite.
I love that old music like that. We have a record player here in the house, and we buy the old records, and we still. Oh no worries. Matter of fact, we have a sign we have to hang up. That What a Wonderful World, and it's a map of the United States that we bought in honor of my dad. And,
what a wonderful.
The SIWC worship team with the children's instruments.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a fun.
Yes.
Those were fun videos to do.
Yeah, my favorite Christmas movie is Christmas with the Cranks. That is a funny movie. That's a funny movie. And listen, it this year I think it kind of speaks to it. Everybody was wanting to get away, and we can't. We're home, and they were home. Yeah, I love it. That's a funny movie.
It has to be watched
Silent
every year.
Night. Silent Night is my dad's favorite And my dad actually, I think it's the Garth Brooks version, I think is what he likes the most.
Which you
There's
cannot
one.
find on Spotify, by the way.
Oh, well, see,
Garth
there you
Brooks
go.
is not on Spotify.
Oh, there you go. Well, Nat King Cole is with 3 Little Words. And I absolutely love that song. So,
They want you to say grace.
Grace, she's been dead for years.
That blessing.
Oh my goodness. I love this. Everybody's like
I love the
chiming
Grinch.
in.
I've never watched the Grinch.
Put your favorite Christmas movie in, because guess what, guys? It's time for that season, and everybody's going to be looking for things to watch with their family and friends. Listen, and
Oh, they're out
how
there.
you can do friends movie night if you're social distancing and you're staying in and you're not really socializing. We totally get it. The best way to do that is you guys watch the same movie at the same time, and know that you're watching a movie with friends. I'm sure you could join up after the movie on Zoom.
Can you sit down for 2 hours?
No.
Can I sit
Not
down
gonna
for 2
happen.
hours?
You know how I watch movies? I watch movies on my iPad as I do the dishes, fold the laundry. Yeah, I have to be doing something while I watch the movie. So
Okay, but it's not a movie. It's a murder mystery. It's murder.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
death. It's chalk outlines. It's police tape. It's ugh.
yeah, Miracle on 34th Street. Yeah, that was a good one.
The Santa Claus.
34th Street in New York City.
What was the one your mom and dad watched the other night? It was like part 2 with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn.
The Christmas Chronicles.
Yeah.
That is on Netflix. I didn't get to watch it because we did Live at 9 while they
We were
watched
doing
it.
yeah,
but
we were in the bedroom doing Live
Yeah.
at 9.
Yep.
Little
Home
Drummer
Alone,
Boy.
the original one. I love that. A Christmas Story. Yes, that's a good one.
Didn't mean to yawn.
Yeah. Eli says his favorite is the Grinch.
Where are we at?
Oh, I'm all over. Santa Claus 1 through 3.
You said Eli.
Right here. Eli says
there.
his favorite is the Grinch.
Oh, I was
yes,
like
he's still
looking-
up. We have
I
lots
was
of
looking up
Christmas
at the
cookies
top
to
because
make.
I've been instructed there.
Yeah. Let's see.
A Christmas Story.
Yeah. Home Alone, the original one. That was a good one. We agree with Amanda. It's a Wonderful Life. That's the one I've never seen.
Justin's giving
Still
everybody an
tough.
idea here. Netflix and other streaming services have things called Family Share, Friend Share.
Oh, yes.
So you can watch all at the same time.
Guys, I was just talking to a local small business owner this year, and I can't make plugs enough for our small businesses. Please, please, please try to shop small business as much as you can this year. I get it that not every small business has everything that you want or need, but do your best. At least buy something, 1 or 2 things. Get a gift certificate from them. Do something to help our small businesses. But I was talking to them today, and we were talking about how it looks different for their business this year. And the statement was, you know what? We're just trying to navigate. We're just trying to figure out. People aren't doing X this year, but they're doing Y this year, And so just trying to keep with the trends and stay in business. And we were talking about the church, and I was like, you know what? The church looks different right now. We're all, we're virtual and digital community groups versus on-site community groups and all that. But I said, here's what I say to all of that. It's just opportunities to do it different. It might look different, it might feel different, but it's an opportunity to still connect, and you have to find what works. And it looks different, but there's still opportunities there. And so I love that Justin just put that out for you guys, because there's still a way to watch movies with family and friends. Mm-hmm. It just looks different. And I know change is hard, and it's hard to embrace it. And today's kind of been one of those days where I've struggled that everything looks different. Are you kind of feeling that way?
I love this time of the year. It's why we do You Shine. It's just like
Yes.
I want everybody to have these wonderful experiences and memories and horseback, horse-drawn. That's why we do it. And so to not be able to do it, like walking through the church today and it was dark. It's like, this is,
Yeah.
bah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and so I just really challenge you that even though it's hard and it looks different, try to find the joy in it. Start a new tradition this year. We're starting some new traditions this year. And it's just, it was funny. So every year my girls get an ornament. And so this year Zoe bought hers, and hers is of a person. It's like, I think it's a rabbit or something laying in bed on their computer, because she has done a lot of her schooling just laying in bed, it is what it is. And Morgan came home with hers, and it is a computer. computer, and it said Zoom University 2020.
Ah.
And that's what most of her college has been on Zoom, so I thought that was fitting.
We have not. We are waiting the last possible minute to see what resources we have.
And there will be 2 or 3 emails sent out. It'll be all over social media. We'll try to do a one call. We haven't done one of those in a while, so we'll try to do that. We'll try to just make sure that everybody knows. So
the problem with one calls is everybody misses the call, and then they call the church to find out what the church wanted.
Yeah. Yes. It will go to voicemail. The Spirit of Christmas is Pastor Edward's favorite. Little full, a lot of sap. I'm into it now.
My favorite part of Christmas Vacation is the song where he's upstairs and Ray Charles is singing.
In the time of year.
I love it. Yeah. What a wonderful
year. Okay, so we're wrapping up the night.
Wait a minute.
I did miss the beginning.
The Bishop's Wife. Go ahead.
Oh, The Bishop's Wife. Yes, that is a great movie. A great movie. I've heard that. I've never seen it.
Deck the Halls. Is that Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick?
Laker's like, isn't that the truth? We do a one call and they call in. I offered to help, wasn't contacted, still offering. Jennifer, it's not about, we will reach out to you with on-site because we're going to need you for on-site, I promise you.
And it's not about ushers, greeters, parking. It's sound guys, tech guys. It's all the things that.
Running cameras and.
Those things.
Different things like that.
It's really, we just got hit in the technical part of the building. So.
Yeah.
And we can't train you on that right now because.
Yeah, there's no services happening to train. So,
yeah, and so.
Yeah, amen. Jesus will shine through.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, Warren, he will. So I'm going to read a scripture. I don't normally do this, but I want to end this on a positive note. So don't tune off. Don't tune off. I want to give you guys the scripture. We've all heard Psalms 91. Probably if you've been in church for any length of time, you've heard Psalms 91. And today it was part of my devotion, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I know Psalms 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Well, in the NLT version, it reads like this. So this is Psalm 91:1. It says, those who live in the shelter of the Most High will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty. And so I have that underlined in my Bible, everything. Today, I started to read this in the Amplified Classic. In verse 1, it says, he who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall remain stable and fixed under the shadow of the Almighty, whose power no foe can withstand. And I thought to myself, stable and fixed. Stable and fixed. I know what stable means in this verse. I get it. I know what it means. But I thought about, born in a manger. Jesus came, born in a manger. And because he came, he brought stableness to my life. Born in no room for him in the end. He brought stableness to my life. He gave me a hope, a future that is fixed.
Yeah.
And so no matter what's going on in our lives right now, stable and fixed, I will remain secure in him. No matter how unstable life may feel right now, he came. He came. Laid him in a manger, in a stable, not in a place that he thought he would. I'm sure Mary did not think that he would be born there. And many of us find ourselves in a situation, in a place that we never thought we would be in. We never thought we'd be living in a pandemic. And here we are, and everything can feel unstable and unsecure, and all this. But he came to bring us where he was born. He came to bring us stableness, and it's fixed. Yeah. And so no matter what it looks like, no matter what it may feel like, the truth is that he who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall remain stable and fixed. So no matter how unstable it may feel, no matter how crazy it may seem, in him.
He who dwells under the shadow. There's two things that when you put up as a prop that create a shadow whenever you're talking about Jesus. One is the manger.
Yeah.
It's the cradle.
Yeah.
And the other is the cross. But in order to be under the shadow of both of them, you have to be close.
So
you have to be
true.
very close because neither one of them cast a long shadow.
So true. So true.
So you got to get close.
So dwell there. Dwell there. Dwell in his peace. Dwell in his presence. Dwell right where. Just dwell there and know that he's got you. The future, it's fixed. No matter what seems just crazy right now, and maybe you have life things going on. Maybe you have other things. I mean, we often talk about just the corporate thing, the pandemic that we're all dealing with. But I know that each one of us has things in our lives that are going on, things that, maybe we haven't even talked about with anybody. Maybe this season brings up feelings of insecurity, feelings of, I wish I had this, a feeling of missing your dad. All those different things. And that can bring us to those points where it just seems so insecure, unsecure, unstable, all those things. And you know what? We just need to dwell there, dwell in his presence, dwell where he's at. And he dwells where we are. He dwells with us. He dwells in us. Emmanuel, God with us. And he's there. And he's faithful, and he's stable, and he is secure, and he remains secure, and it's fixed. The plans that he has for you to give you a hope and a future, it's fixed. It's fixed. The future is fixed. And so, I just hope that encourages you tonight. Just dwell there. Because where you seek him, you find him. And he's faithful. So
Well, it is 10:01. So we've spent another 5 and 9 with you. May you find stability and strength in God and God's Word. We love you all.
Lauren, you can send a private prayer request. If you go to siwcenter.org/prayer, you can put it right there. It's a little form, quick form to fill out. You can mark confidential right there, and that goes straight to Family Pastors. So please go there. If someone can help Warren out, I believe he's on YouTube. So I believe Pastor Edward is on YouTube. So Pastor Edward, if you can help Warren out with that link, that would just be awesome. You can put a link in those YouTube comments. Amen. Our hope is in him. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow night.